welcome here. If you came alone or with others, you are welcome here. No matter whom you love or how you speak, or whatever your abilities, you are welcome here. Whether you come with laughter in your heart or tears in your eyes, you are welcome here. If you come with an open mind, a loving heart, and willing hands, then you are indeed welcome here. Welcome, everyone, and welcome to the First Unitarian Universalist Church of New Orleans. We are one of 3 congregations in the greater New Orleans area. The other 2 are Community Church Unitarian Universalist in Lakeview and North Shore Unitarian Universalist in Lacombe, Louisiana. Together, we are the Greater New Orleans Unitarian Universalists, or GNU. This congregation has gathered in love since 1833 to seek wholeness and work for justice in the world. My name is Michael Martin. My pronouns are he, him, and his. If you are a visitor and feeling courageous, we invite you to raise your hand so that we can greet you. Or if you're watching via live stream, please wave or say hello in the comments. So today is the first Sunday of the month, and during our time for meditation, that means we will have a sharing of individual joys and sorrows. We'll do that after the time for all ages, so it'll be an interesting and good experience. We don't have a minister. We are a lay-led church charged with the mission to offer joyful, mind-expanding worship services, provide opportunities for fellowship and spiritual development for children, youth, young adults, and adults, promote social change, and inspire service to larger community. On Sunday mornings, we aspire to fulfill that mission by inviting UUA ministers, others, religious professionals, and leaders from community organizations working for social justice, as well as our own members, to be voices of hope. Courage and spiritual or intellectual transformation from the pulpit. Providing that voice today is our friend Casey Groves. So we're excited. Welcome. But if you would like to know more about programming for children and families, Katie Gelfand, she is our Director of Religious Exploration. She is the person to ask. After the time for all ages, children or youth are welcome to spend the service in the nursery, as my kids are, or here at the all ages activity table in the back of the sanctuary. All right. Do we have any spotlight announcements? Anything? Okay, we do not. That's rare. If you would, please rise in body and spirit and join me as we read our call to awareness and amends and our chalice lighting. You'll find the call to awareness and amends, we don't have a QR code, or in your order of service. It's in the back part of your hymnal. I'll read the regular font, and you'll respond by reading the italicized font. We gather today at a crossroads.
On a land the Choctaw called Bulbancha,
the place of many tongues.
a place we call home.
But we are newcomers to this land.
When the native peoples are of this land, the Caddo and the Natchez, the Choctaw, Chitimacha, and Homa, the Tunica, the Lutsi, Takafa, Ishak, and more,
Know that we gather
on land that was stolen,
the spoils of colonialism and broken treaties.
of forced removal and genocide.
Acknowledging this history is just the first step.
We must set ourselves to the task of repair.
Where we have harmed,
We seek to heal.
where we have taken,
We seek to give.
where we have disparaged,
We seek to honor.
just as the flame of our chalice.
Lights our way to beloved community.
We add life-giving water to earth.
To recall the land's native roots and nurture solidarity.
Only when we strive to make amends
Do we affirm the inherent worth and dignity of each person.
All right. Please remain as you are as we light the chalice of our heritage. And join me in reading the words that you will find in your hymnal, number 452. Life is a gift for which we are grateful. We gather in community to celebrate the glories and the mysteries of this great life.
Please remain risen and join in singing our opening hymn, number 299, Make Channels for the Stream of Love. Make channels for the streams of love, where they may broadly run, and love as overflowing streams to fill them everyone.
we must share if we would keep this gift of us above. We cease to give, we cease to have, such is the law of love.
Please be seated.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I think the young ones are in the other room, but I'd love to invite those young at heart to join me on the carpet circles for a story. Yeah, thank you. Hello, young at hearts, welcome. And I know there are young at hearts also out there that are not sitting on the carpet circles, and you're welcome to remain in your seat. I feel your young at heartness. Yes, I feel you. Does anyone here ever have trouble finding somewhere to just be quiet, that is quiet? Does anyone have trouble finding a place like that in their lives? Right? It's hard sometimes. So this is a book about a girl named Charlotte and how she finds her quiet place. And it's called Charlotte in the Quiet Place by Deborah Sosin. It's a beautifully illustrated book. I'll leave it out on the chair if anyone wants to look at it during coffee hour. Charlotte's house is noisy. In the hallway, the floorboards groan. In the living room, the TV bellows and blares. In the kitchen, her dog Otto yips and yaps and yows. Even in her bedroom, which is supposed to be a quiet place, the old steam raider hisses and whistles and whines. Where can Charlotte find a quiet place? Charlotte's school is noisy. The classroom bell clangs, the lunch table trays clatter and crash. On the playground, the swing creaks and squeaks and rattles. Even in the library, which is supposed to be a quiet place, children giggle and yammer and yell. Where can Charlotte find a quiet place? Charlotte's neighborhood is very, very noisy. On the sidewalks, jackhammers blast. On the streets, sirens wobble and wail. Underground, the subway screeches, rumbles, and roars. Even in the park, which is supposed to be a quiet place, the leaf blower buzzes and blusters and hums. That's the worst, right? When you go to the park and like someone's blowing the, oh my God, it's so annoying. No, cries Charlotte, I have to find a quiet place. One Saturday morning, Charlotte takes Otto, her dog, for a walk. In the park, Otto spots a squirrel, and he lurches free. Charlotte chases Otto, charging down the hill, over the bridge, and into a grove, where Otto squeaks to a stop. Charlotte and Otto are out of breath. Together they sit down and rest. They close their eyes. Their belly rises up and down, up and down. Her breath goes in and out, in and out. Can we do that together? Her mind slows down. It's quiet at last. It is so, so quiet. Charlotte notices the even quieter place. A place deep in her belly where her breath is soft and even. a place deep in her mind where her thoughts are hushed and low, a place as quiet as the small silence of the very last page of her favorite book, the silence right after the end. When Charlotte is ready, she and Otto hike slowly away from the grove, back over the bridge and up the hill toward home. Nowadays, Charlotte's house is still noisy. Her school is still noisy. Her neighborhood is still very, very noisy. But Charlotte remembers that day in the park. So wherever she is, whenever she wants, when her world is too noisy, Charlotte simply closes her eyes and travels back to that peaceful place, that place deep in her belly where her breath is soft and even. The place deep in her mind where her thoughts are hushed and low. The quiet place inside. I hope Charlotte's story will encourage everyone to find the quiet and still place within. Thank you so much.
Ours is a welcoming community where we find connection, a personal community where we find meaning. Ours is a sharing community where our joys are amplified, a caring community where our sorrows are lessened. So we're going to take a moment to reflect on our joys and sorrows and acknowledge the mutual support of our congregation. So what that means is this is participatory. Anyone who would like to share a joy or sorrow, please come forward and form a line, ideally to the left. You may release a stone into the water in silence or with a brief verbal expression of special joy or sorrow. All right.
Good morning. I don't really have a joy or a concern, but I have a thanks. So maybe this could also be a time for joys, concerns, and thanks. And I'd just like to thank all of the members of this church who come and open the doors and turn on the lights and play the music and write the sermons that we are enjoying as a currently lay-led congregation, and who take care of all of our emotional, physical, spiritual, community outreach needs as the First UU Church of New Orleans. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. Good morning. I just wanted to share a joy. Some friends of mine that I haven't seen in a long time that I worked with in Laos when I had just finished my pediatric training and I was in a strange country, and they helped me learn about how to speak Lao and how to function in the hospital there are here to visit, and they're staying for a few weeks, and it's just been really nice to reconnect with them and have them meet Mel, and that's been my joy.
Good morning. I've been grinning from ear to ear for about a week now since I got back from California. I spent 3 weeks with family and friends there, and the reason this was such a joyful experience is because I went to my 60-year high school reunion and learned that it was controversial at the time. I had no idea that the 3 speakers who addressed us as the graduating seniors expressed some perspectives that were, for 1963, really prescient. And it was very disturbing, apparently, to other faculty members who exerted pressure on their advisor. And also, as I say, it made the San Francisco Chronicle. And I had no idea, but had a chance to connect with one of the speakers, which was really neat. And since I had was in California a year ago and arrived with COVID and spent my time there on a sofa with my son at the other end, and that was good. He took good care of me while I was there. This trip went without a hitch. And so anyway, I just wanted to share this experience, a time of not so much of reminiscing, but of making new connections and broadening my community. So anyway, it was wonderful. Thank you.
So I have just returned with my friend Anne from the Hudson Valley, where we visited. I went on a journey of visiting my ancestors. My father and his parents are both buried in the Hudson Valley at the Hyde Park cemetery, and visiting them was the deepest joy and also sorrow that they're gone, but there was just such great joy in meeting them where they are and knowing that connection. I don't think I really expected how it would move me to go and tend to the place where they are buried, and that it was bigger than just them. It felt like visiting the ancestors in a very personal way. And so I felt a great sense of joy at being able to connect, and a sense of knowing that I am a part of them, and one day I will be a part of them rather than a part of this life, and that I don't even have a fear of that happening at this point in my life, and I am in a place of love and acceptance of being alive and happy, and also of each day that I live this life. And so I'm very grateful.
It's 11 o'clock.
So I've been holding a sorrow, but also a joy for a while now. 4 years ago, a friend of mine was diagnosed with ALS. And over these last 4 years, I've watched him and spent time with him as he has lost control of almost every part of his body. He can use his eyes. Of course, he can use his brain, his amazing brain. He can give you a little half smile sometimes. And every time I just think how fucking unfair. But he also just finished a 78,000 word memoir of his experience and his thoughts and his love, written entirely with his eyeballs on a computer. And I'm reading it now. He just gave me one of his first copies. And, you know, he says, his kind of tag is, life is a clusterfuck, but there is always love. And he is a great reminder to me every day that there is love, and that's my joy.
So mine is also a joy and a sorrow. Yesterday, got together with people from high school that I hadn't seen, in some of them in 35 years. So not quite where Kathy's at, but on the way. Our high school theater group was called La Troupe de La Salle. I went to De La Salle High School, and our theater teacher, Christian brother, died recently, and we were there for his funeral, and you know, it was really, he was an inspiration to a lot of us, and you know, opened our worlds up. And I'm very grateful for him, and for this opportunity to reconnect with these people who we shared all these great things with, and they were razzing me about whatever things. It was fun to kind of, you know, rib each other and connect, you know. It's beautiful. Thank you.
I have a joy and a message of hope and inspiration. I was fortunate enough to go to a West-Southwest Industrial Areas Foundation conference in Austin yesterday, and I met with people from Arizona, Texas, and Louisiana in a bunch of little, like, Together New Orleans groups, you know, the regional groups in various states, that are all working on social justice and trying to reclaim our democracy and support workers in this very difficult time for workers in our state, in our country. And people shared, IAF is going to be 50 years old next year. People shared stories of working for 40 years, working together for 40 years to get water and drainage out to their rural communities out of El Paso, and other stories like that. It was numerous stories of successes and wins. It was after community organizing, it was after being persistent and forming groups, you know, organizing around issues and stuff, but there were lots of wins. And I'm a political and social activist, and working or dealing with our state legislature is often a very depressing and disappointing adventure, but I was lifted up by that. So I just want to encourage all of you that good things are happening. There are people who are working to create shared prosperity for us in this world, and so it can be done, and we will be part of it. Thank you.
So I have a couple of joys to share. First is July, Henry and I celebrated our 41st wedding anniversary. A second is my nephew Carlos, whom you know, left Haiti when he was 16 and has been with us for about 15 years. Had a baby with his girlfriend, Luca. So I feel like we're grandparents to this little 6-month-year-old. But during the first week of October, Henry and I will actually be real grandparents because Jermaine and his wife, Catherine, they're due to have a baby. We're hoping October 7. Is that right, Henry? Or earlier, so.
We will now have a time for silent reflection, followed by our joining in singing voice still and small. May we uplift on those who have spoken, those they have named, and those we still hold in our hearts. Please join me as we read our responsive reading, number 443. We arrive out of many singular rooms, which can be found in your hymnals or in the QR code. I'll begin. Please respond with the text in italics. We arrive out of many singular rooms, walking over the branching streets.
We come to be assured that brothers and sisters surround us, to restore their images on our eyes.
We enlarge our voices in common speaking and singing.
We try again that solitude found in the midst of those who must seek their hidden remedies.
Our eyes reclaim the remembered faces. Their voices stir the surrounding air.
The warmth of their hands assures us, and the gladness of our spoken names.
This is the reason of cities, of homes, of assemblies in the houses of worship.
It is good to be with one another.
So I'd like to take this opportunity to go further with some of the meditations we've already started today. And we're going to do an extended guided meditation on our sensations. So let's find an alert and comfortable position with your feet flat on the floor for grounding, if that's possible for you. And then close your eyes and settle in. So we're going to do a deliberate breath. So inhale on the count of 4. Hold it for 7 seconds. And exhale for 8 seconds. And do 2 more breaths like that. Inhale on 4. Hold for 7. And exhale on 8. And just one more on your own. Settling in. So now, shift your attention to the sensations in your body and around you that are coming in as input. Let's focus first on sounds, so tend to the sounds of movements, the hum of the air conditioning, squeaking of wheels. Whatever cracks or pops or sensations enter in through your ears. And also bring your attention to the one who's hearing. Remember that each of the sounds that you hear and each sensation through your eyes, through your sense of touch, smell, taste, each one of them is a manifestation of the one in its own uniqueness and specificity. The more you are awake to each facet of experience, the more intimate you'll be with reality. And now focus on the visuals behind your closed eyelids. The interplay of light and patterns. In colors. And be aware of the one who is watching these patterns. And now move to the sense of smell. Take a deep breath through your nose and sense the one who smells. And these scents may be very subtle. Focus on the air traveling through your nostrils. And now shift your attention to physical sensations. The support of the chair beneath you, your back against the chair. A gentle flow of air on your skin. Your feet on the floor. Let these sensations ground you in the present moment. And as you follow your sensations, thoughts arise, and just let them, like waves in the sea of your mind, and don't chase after them or push them away. Instead, think of nothing but the creator of thought. as the thoughts arise and you think of the creator of thought, allow that circle to go out and return back to the beginning. Complete that circle inside of you. Now we're going to go further into sensation. Find two senses that you can hold simultaneously. Maybe it's the feeling of your body and the sounds around you, or the play of light behind your closed eyes, coupled with the scents in the air. Whichever two sensations you can hold most easily at the same time. Remember that you are not separate from any of these sensations. You and they are seamlessly woven into the wholeness of the circle. And now immerse yourself in the richness of all your senses: sound, sight, smell, physical sensations all come together as one. As you embrace this union, you complete the circle of creation. And in doing so, you touch the divine. And you complete this circle not just for your own sake, but for the sake of the universe. Everything you sense is the divine calling to you and saying, listen. Listen. Please pay attention to me. I'm going to take a few more moments to experience this unity of the senses in your body as a whole. now gently open your eyes while maintaining your inner attention. You wriggle your fingers and toes and open to the world around you. As you reawaken to this external world, carry this sense of completeness and connection with you. Remember that you have the power to complete the circle of your existence and to touch the divine in every moment of your life, now that you've found that quiet place. And this is us coming together. This is us coming to our senses and developing common sense together. Thank you.
We will now take the offering. Gifts to this community of faith are gratefully received. Let us acknowledge these gifts by reading together the words in your order of service. This gift from the abundance of my life blesses me, our ministries, and the world. Please stand in body or spirit and join in singing or saying our chalice extinguishing, which is in your order of worship. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
Please remain as you are and join in singing our closing hymn, number 319, Ye Earthborn Children of a Star.
Something planned for the benediction.
So I recognize this is a little out of the ordinary, but I wanted to take a moment to do an experiential benediction. So just want to say, about a year ago, I took a deep dive into asking the question, what am I doing on this planet? Or phrased another way, what was I made for? One of the approaches I found to answering the question is to ask, what is my active verb of my life? And then to create a gesture to enact that verb so that it can become an inner living gesture beneath what I say and do. Now, I know this verb is mine, but for the sake of an exercise or an example, maybe we could try to all do it together, and we'll maybe do the gesture while the benediction words are spoken by Michael when it's time. So my action verb is to operate lovingly. So imagine, now this is a little gross, but just know that it's a healing intent behind it at heart. So hold a heart in your hand, in one hand, and with the other hand, I'm left-handed, so I'm using my left hand to do this. Imagine that you are using some sort of implement or tool to remove the blockages inside this heart that you're holding, and hold it about your own heart level. And you can give it a little length in front of you so you have room to do this operation. Now continue doing that gesture, moving through the blockages, cleansing, clearing. And take your time, think of it like almost like Tai Chi. And now continue doing that gesture, but bring your eyes up to the horizon. So about your own eye level up here on the wall behind us, or for us up here at the back wall. And imagine yourself up there. And imagine that you're like a doctor doing an operation with a joystick on a robot, or like you're a Jedi who can use the Force to have this move across the room to yourself and remove those blockages. And now change the image of the person to someone who is in need of healing. Maybe somebody from your life. See if you can really do this gesture and help both yourself and them to clear those blockages. And now, Michael's going to say the words of the benediction, and keep doing the gesture, and let the image change as the words affect you of who you're doing this gesture to. Could be for yourself, for someone else in the world.
Blessings for risk takers and losers and failures far and wide. Blessed are they who fall in the mud, who jump with gusto and rip the pants, who skin the elbows and bruise the ego, for they shall know the sweetness of risk. Blessed are they who make giant mistakes, whose intentions are good but impact is injured, who know the hot sense of regret and ask for mercy, for their hearts will know the gift of forgiveness. Blessed are they who have seen a D or an F or a C or any letter less than perfect, who are painfully familiar with the red pen and the labels as less than, for they know the wisdom in the imperfect. Blessed are they who try, who dust off, who wash up, who extend the wish for peace, who return to sites of failure, who are dogged in their pursuit, for they will discover the secret to dreams. Blessed are they who refuse to listen to the naysayers, for their hearts will be houses for hope. Blessed are they who see beyond the surface of another, for they will be able to delight in the gift of compassion. Blessed are they who stop running the race to help a fellow traveler, who pick up the fallen, who stop for injured life, for they shall know the kindness of strangers. Blessed are they who wildly, boldly abandon winning, for they shall know the path of justice. May it be so.
Thank you. So, I hope you all take this opportunity to let this feed you and find your own active verb. And please feel free to let me know if you find one that speaks to you and share it with me. And I also just want to mention that the class that I'm leading at Community Church will be starting this week, and it's going to be like a pay-what-you-can thing. So please speak to me afterwards if you're interested in doing it, because we just need a few people to just join us for this work. So thank you all. Thank you so much.
Please turn and greet your neighbor. to be.